Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I thought again, another fitting video to do right now would be a little talk about how to deal with the post-show phase, of which I'm literally in right now. I competed Sunday, it is now Thursday, so I'm within that initial week. So what I'm going to do is kind of break down to you what I've done this week and how I think is best to potentially control that rebound phase and get yourself into a more stable period for progression after that phase. Okay, so I've made a few notes on my phone, so I might refer to this once or twice. So what I want to do is I'll start off with, well, initially on actual show day itself. I think immediately after you get off stage, or like imminently with coming off stage, it's important to make sure you get your water in. I see, and I've done it myself so many times. Sorry, siren going past, inconsiderate. I've done it myself so many times, or with clients, and we've seen people so many times do it, where you come off stage and suddenly everybody just wants to eat, and they've got their cookies ready, and they start eating, and they go for a pizza, but they don't hydrate. It's one of the most important things, you know, often when we're on stage, our body, you know, we've got low water levels, we tend to be dehydrated, dry mouth. So one of the most important things is to hydrate, okay? What do you normally drink on a day? Is it 5 litres, 6 litres? Make sure you get that in post-show. That is one of the most important things that you can do. And also just from a health perspective, but also from avoiding fluid retention and looking like a sack of spuds real soon after the show, from that perspective too. So essentially, I always take 2 litre bottle of water. As soon as I come off stage, I try and bang that, and I'll try and get another 2 litres or so in across, you know, the rest of the day, however long that may be, depending on what time you went on stage. So from previous experience, anecdotally, if I don't get that water in, I will balloon, and I know that. And it's not just me, it's clients, it's everybody, it's you. If you don't get the water in, I promise you that it's going to have an adverse effect, okay? You can rectify it. It's just easier if you just fucking drink on the day. You know what I mean? You may not want to, you may not feel that thirsty. Some people are, some people aren't. Some people just want to eat. But it is seriously important, so make sure you do. And then after that, always allow yourself, like, to be fair, some people may want to go straight back into plan. And if you do, that's absolutely fine. Other people, you know, obviously we're talking about now once you finish the show and you don't have any more shows coming up. Obviously, if you're still on prep and you got more shows, then obviously you're going to stay, you may have a meal off and then get straight back into prep. But coming off, you know, off prep, shall we say, a lot of people want to eat and just kind of come off plan. So what I would always say is have a day or two where you just chill out. Don't track your food, eat what you want, and just, you know, you've probably got some post-show goodies or whatever, or you've got a family meal planned out, or, you know, your mum's cooking a roast dinner or whatever it is. Go and do that stuff and allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Enjoy being social with your friends, with your family. But this personally, from my experience, can only go on for 2 days, 3 at max, I would say. Again, dependent on how big you are as a person, how much food you can take, how much food you can eat. Obviously, everybody's different, but this is just speaking from my personal experience. If I eat what I want for about 2 days, I'm okay. But again, one of the most important things is throughout that time, I get my fluid in. I will try and drink my normal water daily amount, 4 to 6 litres, whatever it is, or whatever I was doing pre-competition, on top of the food, or at the same time as, at least, because again, that's going to allow me to keep going to the toilet and making sure that we don't retain too much bodily fluid. Okay, so like I said, 2 days or so, usually the day of the show and the day after the show, those are my 2 days where I just chill out and I'll do kind of what I want. This doesn't mean you have to fully take the piss and eat everything in sight just for the sake of it, but just if you want something, have it. If you want to go for Nando's, go. If you want to have a pizza, go. If you want to have a cookie, go and do it. You know, and I did that post-show and I very much enjoyed that. But then I would say then 2 to 3 days, what I've written here is post-show, I'd advise getting back to some kind of structure. Okay, this doesn't mean back to your militant, you know, week out plan, but it does mean some structured meal plans where you're eating back to clean food, and we try and reverse from, say, 80% crap food and 20% good food to bringing that back round the other way again. Okay, and that's really important. So it's very important, like we say, to just reintroduce that structure and just stop having crap food all the time. However, what I'd like to suggest is we kind of gradually taper it down. I'm not going to say to you like day 3, no more bad food, because it's just not realistic. You know, you just come off prep for 16, 20 weeks, however long you're on prep, and you're still craving food. Your cravings are going to be there. So you can adhere to your cravings in terms of you can give in to them somewhat, but you need to be a little bit disciplined when we are trying to reintroduce that structure. I would say midweek, kind of Wednesday or so after the show. So yesterday, for example, I started introducing my meals again. However, if I wanted to have a little snack here and there, I would. And then today is the 5th day post-show, Thursday. I've decided I'm not going to have anything off plan today. I'm going to eat on my full structured diet and just try and get a little bit more water off. Whilst again keeping my water nice and high as I would have before. So like I said, it's almost like you finish the competition and we're eating quite a lot of bad food. And it's just a case of over that first week, just trying to gradually taper it down, get rid of the initial cravings that you have, and slowly bring yourself to some kind of structure and some kind of balance whilst keeping the water nice and high. Another point to suggest is keep your cardio in, keep your steps up nice and high as well. Obviously, that's what you were doing to maintain the shape that you were in at that time. So if you drop that off and then eat a load of crap, the adverse effects are going to come quicker and harder and stronger. So keep cardio in. You're probably going to want to anyway from a form of routine. You know, you've just been routine for 4 months. You're probably still going to want to get up and do it, and it will allow you to feel better. And if you do then pick up a little bit more food, it will allow you to just mentally feel a little bit better about it. So yeah, that's what we kind of suggest there. I would always say as well, week 1 post-show is the hardest, because you've kind of lost that goal, that, I don't want to say motivation, but you've lost that end goal that you were aiming for. It's like, oh shit, it's done. What now? I can eat and do what I want. You're powerless in some respects, or you're full of power because you can do whatever you want. However, that's when it becomes harder, and it becomes important to stay disciplined, because you'll do it once and you'll probably hopefully never do it again. And by that I mean eat crap and really like bounce out of it. I remember I did it after my first show and I said never again, because it's so hard to get it back. Because to get yourself in that shape, you know what you had to do. You were fully on prep, you were fully dieting, low food, high cardio, whatever. You're just not going to do that again post-show. So it's much more important to gradually come out, stay disciplined, stay in control, and just go from there. You will much more enjoy the reverse rebound process if you do that. And another thing you can do is set a goal to keep yourself focused. So what I do with a lot of my guys is potentially organise a photo shoot, say 3-4 weeks after. It allows them to kind of have that period, but then get back into structure again. Or potentially, even if it's, you know, you plan your next show and that's 8 months from now, you can kind of have that kind of control and sort of goal setting to kind of plan ahead. But yeah, guys, hopefully that helps you in the initial week post-show. It's okay to eat. Trust me, it's okay to eat. Just be aware of how much your body can handle before you tip over that balancing scale. And that will be different for everybody, dependent on, like I said, if you're male, female, you know, all those different variables. There's lots of different things to take into consideration. So hopefully those little points will help you out. That's what I've done this week, and I will, you know, continue to do this week, bringing back in that structure. And then obviously as of into next week, we'll start to probably bring my calories up again and push into the off-season phase. But yeah, guys, hopefully that helped you out. If you have any more questions about rebounding or coming off of, you know, a comp prep cycle, so comp prep at all, then please do hit me up in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you and help you out with anything you need. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take it easy and take care.